Ah, that sucks.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but maybe we can probably try tomorrow. Because I'm gonna be fixing up some of the situation. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Oh no, wait, I have to work tomorrow.
who said you had to? I, I didn't want to quit the game.
It's like, if I'm going down, I'm taking you with me.
And the stream restarted.
I think that's probably from the remote play.
Yeah, the remote play might have killed stream. Anubis, it's.
Well, at least we figured out what the issue was.
Part of the issue, at least.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Hey, Grant, I believe you are my target for this one. Actually, hold on. Jonathan, unlock. Grant Dynasty. Trigger any equipped knives in retaliation or when overhealing by 8 can find special pickups. Knives? Knives. So curved knife. Um I'm trying to think of what his passive would actually work with, right? Um hmm. Scorn, I am so sorry for that. Um. Okay. Trying to think. I need to beat Slagra and Gaibon with Grant here. Okay.
Oop.
Oh, it felt like
fell
you
out my
entered the
chair.
Twilight Zone for a little bit? Okay.
I almost fell out my chair.
Oh, you mean like I did earlier? Alright.
That was bad luck there for you.
Alright, so we're gonna try to build him kind of like a physical gimmick weapon build. Like Shuriken.
Sure, you can.
Yeah, sure I can.
Combo breaker.
Well, see, the other thing is, one of the reasons why is because, with the Arcana I picked up, they all get extra bounces. So I also need to grab, I didn't want to buy your stuff here, dude. Banish the pentagram. Let's just take some early banishes, right? So I can try to limit what can show up. You know? And you know what actually might be a good idea? King, I'll take the King Bible. The King Bible. So I can have a little bit close range protection.
King Bible.
The Bible.
The Bible.
You dare question the Holy Bible? I really think about it, Frylock. It has so many issues going on with it.
Why do you speak like Fionn?
Yeah, do you know where the Fionn voice came from?
Stitch?
Have you ever heard of Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
No.
You
I might
should
have seen it without knowing it.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
go look up Aqua Teen Hunger Force Meatwad.
Just look up meat wad.
And just look up clips of Meatwad talking.
God. Oh, yep. Okay, I see the character.
Yep.
And yeah, they would sound like that.
No. Listen to their... Go actually listen to their voice.
Okay, hold on. Just quickly. I have never seen a styrofoam cup meal before.
You've not been to
Oh.
Texas then. You know what? Take it the hand grenade. Because it will be funny. If I open my grimoire, right? I have the book I need the spellbinder for. I need the empty tome, the bracer, the Parm Aegis, and the Candor Labrador. Which means if I'm also going to grab any other weapon, it needs to match up with one of them. So that is going to be the normal knives. This is going to be a very strange build I'm making, but I'm going to try it. And the reason why I went into the castle a little bit is just so that way I can have kind of a controlled hallway.
This makes no sense.
What's going on?
So, I was looking at some TCG stuff, looking at a card with good art,
Yep.
and for some reason people are price gouging the hell of it to what's skyrocketing.
Which card?
It's one of the Pokemon cards.
Oh. To be expected, unfortunately.
Yeah. Guess how bad at shopping price?
Oh. Wait, what?
One card,
What card?
Umbreon VMAX.
Okay.
Right now, it is going for $1,448.
Sadly, Pokemon has been taken over like a Financier's XP. You're right, because they can't do it to Magic the Gathering anymore, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is banning anything that's possibly valuable now.
Yep. Like, this is gonna be hurting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see if I can take out the first boss. Especially because your time stopped at the moment. Okay, you were time stopped. Let's correct myself. Yeah, like I said, I just have to beat 2 specific bosses, and then this run is a success. You know?
Nice.
Because I can literally beat those 2 bosses, end the run, and then be done, right? I just have to get strong enough that I can do that, you know? You okay?
Yep.
Power hours off? Okay. Thank you, love. I might actually try to make this level go a little bit longer, just because I want to see how goofy this build gets. But
Heck yeah.
But I don't think I will, just because I've already seen how disjointed the level ups for it are. You know? Okay. Next sector. Let's see. Yeah, let's go get the free level of the curved knife from down here. Let's grab the Armadillo here. And that will let us choose any individual item we want. I know I want Empty Tome to make things happen faster, so that will up my DPS a little bit. I did not know there was an opening in this side of the wall. Or... Okay, no, the enemies were just acting like there was. Okay, that's weird. Unless we have some illusion castle bullshit going on. Okay. Are you feeling alright, love? I just want to check in on you real quick. Honey?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm just checking in on you because I haven't heard you for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure you were okay. You know?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just trying to make sure I keep stuff in the background, make sure everything runs smoothly.
I appreciate it, love. I just want to make sure you were okay.
Although I do think it was funny, I knew this was a little miffed when she didn't get first.
It was... I'll be honest, I love the fact that our friends come in and redeem that so quickly, and it's a little competition.
Yeah.
It's literally a built-in competition. Like who gets first? Whoever gets second, someone gets third. I tried.
No,
I
it's
didn't
fine.
realize that the stream had restarted though.
Yeah.
So it was literally whoever got to it first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, oh shit, first.
Yeah, it restart. I don't know why. I have an idea why it restarted.
Because your computer's dying.
No, actually, it's probably because I overloaded the internet.
Then why didn't it kick me off?
Because you can only encode so much at once on a single computer. The thing is, what I effectively tried to do was host.
Please explain it to me because I have absolutely.
I was about
no
to try to
idea
explain
what
it to you,
that
love. So give me a second. What effectively I tried to do was, while sending the stream to Twitch, keeping connection to Discord, and trying to play the game, I was also trying to stream the game directly to Lumi in a way that he could interact, not just watch. Which meant that he was going to be sending control commands to the computer simultaneously.
So instead of overloading the internet, you overloaded the computer.
Well, I overloaded my connection to the internet.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense.
So... which then caused stream to disconnect and restart. Does that help clarify, hun?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay, I should be strong enough to take on Slogger and Gaibon now. There's Gaibon. Slagra, come here. I said come forth. Anyways, thank you. Now I can hit both of you at the same time. And you summoned a Medusa friend. You guys are gonna be a problem. Glad I added bouncing to my shuriken. Oh boy. Yeah, no, but this, like I said, this is game. Even when it puts me in like a kind of like tight situation or a frustrating situation, I'm not getting mad because a lot of the time, that was my failure as a player, and that's actually something I want to when I end up playing games or like as a DM or anything like that, I always want the failure to feel like it was the player's fault and never me the DM or me the player was not the problem, right? Or when me the DM wasn't directly the cause of it because of something they could or could not have avoided, right? And by extension, the same thing with like me as a player. I love games where it's like the failure's my fault, right? I don't know the actual game design term for it, but it's oftentimes called a feedback loop, but in this case, it's a positive feedback loop for me. Where it's like, I understand I messed up. Where did I mess up? Can I analyze where I messed up? Was it a bad choice I made? Was it a combination of choices I made? Right? It doesn't feel like I'm being punished because of something the game arbitrarily chose to do. You know? That's kind of my thing. So even as a DM, I try to make it a point of I did not arbitrarily choose to go try to seduce the random noble in the middle of fuck all nowhere, and not realize it's totally a monster in disguise. I gave you the warning signs. Man, that random girl that was kidnapped by the cultists, man, there must be something special about her or something. Man, it would be a shame if your Sid mage suddenly disappeared and she replaced him. I love you, honey. I love how Lorelai's not responding when I'm directly talking about one of her characters.
I'm sorry, what?
You shouldn't totally adopt the character that was totally kidnapped by a bunch of cultists. And now your Sin Mage is gone and she's suddenly replaced him. How curious.
He was yummy.
He was an example of what I meant by like a character making their own bed and being forced to lie in it.
Yes, he's very tasty. He was a Sin Mage. I was a Sin Eater Succubus.
And he kept... the players were already... Other players were trying to plot to kill him.
Oh, and what made it even funnier is when someone cast a anti-magic zone. and it looked like I was still casting magic, and they're like, "What the fuck are you?" I'm a Scion. Ah, fuck, yeah. I don't do magic.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, if I were to play a game that was run by Sagro and Lorelai was in it, I feel like I would have been terrorized by it.
Probably.
You probably would get terrorized a little bit, because I tend to do that to my players. But it's not going to be like a...
Also, I will take people under my wing and be very protective of people, but then the people that are a detriment to the party, as in, like... I'll let it go on for so long until it's like, once you start affecting the party, it's just like, nah bro, you gotta stop or you gotta go. And if there's no chance that they're gonna stop, within 10 sessions of me deciding it, that character's dead.
And see, the
Either
thing
by
is...
my hands, or I set their ass up.
And see, one of the things about that
Maki!
specific... Hi, Maki. The thing is that...
In the most recent game, Maki here played my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, we decided to get into a sparring match, and this bitch. this bitch
In a
turned
Pathfinder
into 1,000
1E game,
bees.
I adopted a kid
He
who
did like
was...
1,000 bees that dealt like 1 HP damage each, and I'm just like, I can't, I concede, bro. I did a little bit. I was like, nah, I'm good.
No, Maki, we're just 1 HP per 10 bees. Yeah.
Regardless, that's a lot of HP, and at the time I couldn't survive it.
Yup.
At the time, because I was a mage, my HP is kind of a dump stat. Yeah, no. If he had attacked me with all of the bees, that's still 100 HP. He would have killed me, even though it was in a non-kill zone.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no. The thing is, when it comes to, like I said, when it comes to games, I want players, like, if they prepared, they feel prepared. They feel ready to take on the boss, right? If they, to be fair, bees were my thing in that game. Yeah, they were. If players got prepared, players felt prepared. To my detriment as a DM sometimes, yes. To my frustration sometimes, very much so. But I have a, and Lorelei can confirm this, Maki can confirm this, some of my other previous players can confirm this. I will never set an enemy against you that will say save or die without some level of preparation you could have made or something that another player could do to help you. Right? You will never be put into a position where the roll of the dice will kill your character or save your character without something that could have been done to make you able to survive it, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm like that is because there have been numerous times where I, as a player, playing as one quirky build or another, right? A DM will just say, rocks fall, everyone dies. Or they'll say something along the lines of, so we're going to put this one monster that has an insta-kill aura on you against you guys at level 3, and conveniently the only way your specific character can survive it is if you roll a 19 or 20.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah. So it's, for me, I refuse to do that to players because I don't believe in that kind of cruelty, if that makes sense. Now, do I believe there are cruelty? If you set yourself up for that cruelty, that's your fault, right? Like, for example, I'm going to go in and, the boss is right there. We could just ambush him. We don't even know how to penetrate his defenses. And you want to just punch him till he dies? Yeah. Your funeral. And lo and behold, his funeral. And he almost killed the rest of the party that one time.
Yeah. There was a moment where, my brother, this was like a one-shot that he ran for a bunch of our friends, and he set up a boss where for some reason it was like this large hobgoblin commander with like a wolf, and I'm a druid. I'm like, oh, I know, I'll just polymorph into a wolf as well because I'm a druid, and I had speak with animals.
Mm-hmm.
I could communicate with wolves. So I go up with a another party member who was also a goblin who was pretending to be one of this guy's underlings, and this commander had a wolf beneath him, and I just said hello, I did Obi-Wan Kenobi's hello then, and then my brother's like, all right, that wolf mauls you, and I'm like, I'm sorry. He's like, you said hello there to a psychotic wolf, and I'm like, what
were you supposed to do in that situation?
Yeah, you presented this as an RP moment, and by the way, that did so much damage where I was left on death's door.
Well, see, okay, leaving you on death's door is never I am willing to do to you. I'm willing to do to you if you're not meant to fight that enemy.
Yeah.
right?
But then the boss fight started, and my brother was like, "All right, that boss looks up to your character, and he's gonna make 2 swings on you." And I'm like, "Oh." And then that character died. And then the rest of the players played the game, and I'm like, "Oh."
The thing is, right? Psychotic Wolf doesn't say anything evilly before that attack ding, right?
Yeah, no, it wasn't even like my brother didn't even like mention it beforehand. It's like, yeah, there's like a bit of a scarred up, but like seasoned looking there wolf. I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm just gonna say
Yeah,
hi.
seasoned and
Like-
psychotic are 2 entirely different appearances.
Yeah, like regardless of what he said, because it's like 2018, I want to say. There was no way for me to be conveyed like, oh yeah, that's something I should not interact with. And you're saying this is like a social encounter where it would make sense to talk.
Either way, right? The thing is, if I as a DM, that's why my rule as a DM is very much based around the concept of you're going to have this opportunity to do things. I will, if it's feasible, I'll give you that time to prepare. I will give you solutions for a problem that will otherwise be, if you refuse this opportunity, you're going to die. I will actually give an example to the Orphan of Eons that I ran. So the Orphan of Eons is conceptually a character I have in my multiverse. This is the person who was abandoned by time itself, right? As in, time, the history books say that this person was loved, they were cared for, whatever. But in actuality, they were left in a trash can as a fetus, right?
Jeez.
So, he who keeps time in that world, I basically said, I will take you in and I will raise you, so that way you may one day get vengeance upon those who wronged you, right? You know, good dramatic storytelling, right?
Yeah.
Now, what happens when one of the characters is the second child of that couple that left them in the trash can?
Hi. That was me.
And they're guarding one of the MacGuffins they needed for the storyline.
So effectively, and my character was actually, I hate how this tends to happen. Like, my character was heavily pregnant. It was part of storyline of like.
You chose that one though.
She was becoming one of the queens of Wonderland. She was literally becoming Queen of Spades. Charge of the biggest military. Yeah. Continuing on the line. But came across, it's like, oh my god, this is what happened to you. She fell down onto her knees and was just like, alright, I'm ready to go.
And one of the other players stepped in, took his magic key that could let him open a door to anywhere one time, broke it, opened the door, threw her in, and dodged the attack that would have just insta-killed her.
Yeah. And in order to get to the Orphan of Eons, we literally had to push through images. What the heck were the images again, sweetheart?
Phantasms of futures that were ended.
Yeah, and the last 2 people were my character's parents. From, like, the real world.
It's a version of the future that if she had never if she'd never fallen into Wonderland, what they would have been like.
Damn.
Yeah. As I said, this is one of the reasons why Lorelei says, if you join one of my games, prepare for traumatic writing.
You're gonna cry.
If you get that invested into your characters, you will hurt.
I am someone who likes handing the GM guns to use against us, so sounds like a
no. Ask Maki. He hit all of us. He didn't make all of us cry, but at some point, there was a few points in this past, the most recent one he did, that we had to stop. He's done this in the past, I don't know, 3 games you've done with me in it. If there's a female in that game, you're gonna have to stop game, let them cry, like, almost hyperventilating cry.
even if it's not,
and then restart.
it's even if it's not the characters they're not even if it's not their. Okay, the context for the situation.
No, Scorn, I left, and I do this every single time, and I do like an 8-page backstory minimum, and that's not me going into super detail, because I found this really in-depth thing, but I leave things for the DM to mess with me, just not like that.
Which time was it? The reveal of your mother being actually alive and caught in a time loop?
Mom's actually alive. She's actually a she. Best friends with Tanya. My father's the 5th king of hell. I have 2 dads, and the second one is actually human, where I got my humanity from, but is also a quarter fake. Pick one, bitch! And the fact that all of us had to start off as human.
Yeah, you guys were never human. Totally. Or the one, the reason I was asking you is which one you made you cry was I thought you were going to talk about the moment with the Mikitu family having been brutally murdered, and Azazel, the angel of death, holding the parents alive long enough for them to say their last goodbyes.
The matriarch and the patriarch. That one was pretty bad.
And then being basically tested by the angel to say, I mean, I could bring them back if you want.
And they were just like, no.
No, the cycle has to continue. Right. Like I said, I can be mean as a DM. Right. It's hard for me to do lighthearted games a lot of the time. I mean, I can do them, don't get me wrong, right? But it's one of those situations where it's like, it's hard for me to do the lighthearted style stuff because I love making characters experience the darkness of the world in such a way that it feels like it's supposed to be, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I get you.
Okay. Okay. But yeah, it's like I said, for me, it's a matter of just I want to make the characters experience the world and understand that there's so much more to the world involved that you can't just.
Ended.
Huh? Wait, what?
Do it again?
The
My phone
stream.
went stoopy.
My stream's working fine.
My phone went stoopy.
Oh, okay. Anyways, the thing is, I want players to experience the world that I'm presenting, right? And
trauma.
understand there's so many things in it that you're not going to be ready for.
Trying to figure out this really, really, quote unquote, hard riddle or something like that. My fucking dumbass just jumps in the fountain.
Don't remind me. No, I don't. No, I don't.
They're curious now. Explain it.
Okay.
Explain if you want to.
I set up a question. I set up a very simple question, a simple riddle, right? This riddle was basically telling him to jump in the fountain, but in a very specific, like with a very specific set of like fancy wordy poetry bullshit, right?
I'm an
Everybody else is trying to figure out the everybody else in the party was trying to figure out the puzzle because I put a dial on there, I put a color rotation theory in it, and everything else. And the only one who figured it,
hold on. I am an Unchained Barbarian, Azamar, and I have an intelligence of 8. But I have a wisdom of 16, so I'm just like, huh. I look in the fountain.
Oh no. The funny thing is, Scorn, none of it was red herrings. No, Scorn, that's the funny thing. None of it was red herrings. Right? It was not. Yes, it is D&D story time a little bit. None of it was red herrings. So the key to the puzzle was you needed to find a specific color. The only way the specific color shows up is if you add blue. There was no blue on the dial.
I punched it and broke it.
Okay? There was no blue on the dial. Right? There was no way to add blue. But if you looked in the reflection of the blue fountain...
That's not how I came to that conclusion.
I'm explaining the puzzle because I finally remembered it, right? If you looked into the blue fountain, you saw the color you required, and that color opens a door that looks like it's in the reflection of the fountain. Well, her character was close enough when they rolled over the result out by sheer coincidence, right? And she's like, "Oh, look, a stairway down to the hole in the fuck."
No, see, here's the funny thing, sweetheart. I'm just like, they've pretty much done everything else. But the fountain's the key. I just jumped in. Brain empty thought. There's a brain empty moment. There was no thought process. It just, they did everything else, jump.
Yeah.
That's great.
I was so mad about that.
No thought, brain empty, jump. Everyone's like, no! Hey, honey. You want to tell them the brilliant way I figured out that one of our party members had been replaced? And,
Which
and I almost
which
killed her?
one?
The one that was holding the fork of spaghettification.
Oh god.
And I almost killed her.
That wasn't even my game on that one.
No, it was great. It was... Yeah, no, I had
That was Ragnarok's game.
And, yeah. Yeah, it was Ragnarok's game where... Because it wasn't Watt then. Because Watt wasn't in your game. Watt was in, Ragnarok's game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we had that one too.
I have an issue of instantly solving puzzles often, to the point where I have to not say things for like 5 minutes. I have that same issue scored.
It's called ADHD.
It's a little power I love to call spoiler vision.
And, but yeah, there was one of them where apparently our Dragonborn had been taken and switched with a different entity thing. And she was, I don't know if any of you guys remember the Disney thing where Jasmine had been swapped with this mermaid or whatever. And she could see through like water as if it was like a mirror. Yeah, except it was just a single fountain thing that she was in, and it was like, okay, cool. Well, when I went to give her a hug, I noticed that one didn't have the slaver's mark, and I'm just like, oh, you're big. Again, wisdom high, intelligence dumb. Decent memory. So I cut her head off.
Yeah. So. It happened in my perfect draw gaming recently where the words came up and I was like, oh, that's a Caesar cipher. And the GM was like, how? Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, so when I cut her head off, I hear the scream from the fountain. And I actually hurt her. Like, there was like a red line on her throat. DM's like, what the heck, Lorelai? You almost killed her. But I didn't. I was literally, but I did not.
Who would win?
So it's
a strategist D&D puzzle made by the being that can warp fate and reality versus barbarian with big stick.
I had a 5-foot war axe on a sentient chain. I called it lockpick.
Yeah, because you remembered my lockpick story.
And I could
No.
swing it.
Okay. The reason where the battle axe named lockpick came from is from one of the times I played barbarian, because we had a. Oh, you got a new Karmaki! Congratulations.
Yeah, dude, congrats.
The lockpick battle axe came from when I told Lorelai that I.
Matthew's losing it.
So I had a barbarian, I had a battle axe, and the rogue was having a trouble with the basic locked door, right? The wizard couldn't open it with knock. All the enchanting, all that, she couldn't get it up with the door. So I just went, whoop,
Congrats.
wham, door went flying inward.
Yep.
Lockpick. I like my lockpick.
Yep. Yeah, no, I tend to take his stuff and play with it slightly. But this was also the character that found Mjolnir, picked it up and said, I need to return it to Thor. Which we found him in the basement.
Huh.
Head empty a lot of the time, but very protective of her party. Even adopting a mimic and raising it as her child.
Yeah.
She was fierce.
I have a dash cam now, and that's important. Awesome.
That is important. And she named the mimic Henry.
Henry the Mimic.
It got a little awkward when he was an adult.
I really just gotta play a character that just goes into my natural strength, so I don't have to overly stress about doing playing characters that
Well, see,
try to emulate me.
Well, see, that's the
Connor,
thing, right?
I haven't played a stupid character before. This is one I wanted to play that was like incredibly dumb.
I know, but I should just go full on himbo for a character and just run with it completely.
Well, no, the thing is,
I recommend it, actually.
Okay, by the way, in the same vein of the same barbarian story, I had one of the dumbest wizards ever.
God, himbo wizard is actually really funny.
No. Hey, what?
Yeet.
What? I'm sorry about calling them dead lovers.
Yeet.
I get it now. They're necromancers.
That's right. I still don't recognize you. Get away, you unclean thing.
That is one of the jokes that is one of the jokes that was between Wat the Barbarian and Henri the Blue Mage.
5 check, sweetheart. Thank you, Helios.
I'll bring them up.
They just got out of work.
Do any of you all know about the comic And Now Game Die? Feels like, oh, we also know. No, I don't. Link it to me, Scorn. I'll probably start reading it. My jaw dropped when you said they're necromancers. See, that was the joke, Betsu. That's the joke. Dead
No,
as a necro, lover, romancer.
I love punny names.
So, because she was
Yeah,
raised
no
by
garlic,
gnomish
literally.
monks.
Go ahead, hun.
Yeah, no, she's a tiefling who could learn magic only by having it cast on her, and was raised by gnomish monks. So she was very sheltered from the world. So her understanding of the term necromancer was dead, necro, romancer, lover, dead lover. She was one of the dumbest wizards I've ever played.
But this is the one game that let me have the dumb and run with it. But the joke was, I had an absolutely low, I was dumb for intelligence, but I had an amazing wisdom, and the DM actually gave me a held item that said I had a PhD in psychology. It's wisdom based, so yeah.
Yeah.
The dumb barbarian had a PhD in so technically I was a doctor.
Yeah.
Doctor what?
Doctor, exactly.
I love it.
Honey, you need to run one on stream. The shenanigans.
God, I'm just imagining it's like, oh, a doctor.
Honey,
Doctor what?
Honey, if I
Yes.
ran a game like this on stream, I'd be running
Why
a
do you keep calling my name? Stop it. Unless
Oh.
you're going to address me, stop calling my name.
Oh, sorry, Doctor. What?
What do you want?
How's your day?
Da. It's okay.
No.
That's
Anyways,
nice to hear.
no. One of the things, honey, I was trying to say, right, was if I ran a
By the way, guys, I am neither drunk nor high. I'm just... Woo!
It is 11 o'clock to my knowledge where you're at.
Yeah.
It's that
That's
time. Zaggle, stage is yours. Here's the mic.
Cool. So honestly, if I was to make a perfect draw game, one of these a couple of the decks would be directly based on some of the bullshit my players have played.
Oh no.
That'd be amazing.
Oh god,
Right.
there's so many with me. What are you gonna pick? Because you got one of them's a Queen of
Honey,
Hearts.
honey.
The other one is
I
a
said
stupid barbarian.
there would be decks based on bullshit my players have played. Multiple decks.
Oh god.
Like, put a hole in it.
Miss.
You can create a season worth of opponents to fight with Lorelei to my
Or
knowledge.
or
Mech
even
Finder. Yes, Metsu. Lorelei just exists.
or you want to know another one that comes to mind?
Oh god.
I'm gonna dive in the hole with the sandworms. I'm
Mech
gonna be,
Finder.
I'm gonna put my 2 lackeys to throw toxic waste at the walrus.
What did I miss?
We're doing some D&D story talk right now.
D story time.
Or better, or how about this?
Democracy.
So how you don't want to travel through the Red Ice Mountains, do you?
Fuck off. No. No. Sobered up real fast there.
Or should I talk about Blue Moon Tower?
I don't remember that one.
The gargoyles and don't touch.
Oh, yeah. He got what he wanted.
How about when I got launched as a weregator with a catapult? Okay, Helios.
Okay.
What?
Okay, that's amazing. You need to join car. You need to join call.
Gives
It's
off Candy
all
Mountain vibes. Metsu,
you don't want to go to that Candy Mountain.
Metsu, let me just illustrate this for you.
No,
Red
honey,
Ice.
You need a card that's called One Bullet.
It has to leave 6 bodies on the opponent's team. It has to leave 6 bullets and 6 bodies on the opponent's field. Honey, if I run a perfect draw game with
you have to have a paired card with Oregon Harvester.
honey, if I do that, if I'm gonna do this, you're gonna have to play in that game.
Oh god.
Just so you can enjoy all the references.
No, I don't.
Yes,
I
you
told
do.
I don't want to learn another system.
I know you don't.
I've been forced into too many because my ex could not decide, and like either early in or midway through a campaign, he'd be like, "All right, scrap it. We're doing a new campaign. We're doing a new system." And I'm just like,
Yeah, I know.
"No,
Yeah.
see, Scorn, it's not that. I have been forced to go through."
There have been over 40 systems she's been pushed to learn.
Oh, jeez.
I want her to learn it just because I want her to learn
was
Perfect Draw
forced-
because it's a system I would probably be actively playing, not just a matter
I was
of.
forced to learn 4.0. I refused, and there's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do a 5.0 game." No. But no. I'm done. The only D&D games I will play is 3.0 or 3.5. That's the only D&D I'll do. I learned on 3.0.
Yeah. So
Right.
What the hell? I've done Roll D20. I've done, was it Dungeon? What the fuck was it called? Dungeon Squad or something like that.
she's done a lot, right? And because her ex could not control
Oh
how.
no, my sister gave me a bunch of them. She even gave me some AD&D books.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't
And they were
change.
just the
That doesn't change the core
pamphlet
problem, right?
I was forced into it, and unless I actually say, "Hey, do you think we can play this?" I will not.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing of, say you have a significant other or a best friend, and you're like, they don't want to, like, they're a Yu-Gi-Oh player, they're a Pokemon player, but you force them to learn Magic. This is what this scale.
I kind of had that happen to me.
Magic is massive.
It's actually one of the reasons why I don't try to force it too much. Don't try to force it. I wanted you to.
I learned Magic for my ex. He got me to learn multiple different things, and then stopped playing them, and left me hanging. I learned so many different things for that individual. I am incredibly hesitant to learn other things because I had so many bad situations.
That's fair.
So, forgive me if I'm dead set against new systems, such as, I almost called it card captors.
It's perfect draw, but
Perfect draw. So, I have nothing against the game. It looks pretty. It looks pretty. But I don't want to learn another system, guys.
no, honey, and
I'll watch y'all play it,
that's what I said. I really, if that's,
but I will not play.
yeah.
And honey, don't make it a thing where you will have to use a different system because you want me to play. Do I want to play? Yes.
And that's the thing. So, but that's
I want to play. I want to roleplay again. It's been a while.
yeah. The main reason why I haven't run another game in a long time is because of the circumstances of how the last game ended was due to personal drama between certain players.
It happens.
So
It's a thing of you have to get your confidence back and you have to heal.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure Maki would like to play with you.
I mean, Maki would be a wonderful player for sure, right?
Maki was freaking amazing, honestly.
It was like I said. It was a situation. It sucked. Don't get me wrong.
I'm sorry, Scorn. But yeah, I don't want you guys to think I'm poo-pooing on the system. I don't want you guys to think I'm poo-pooing on.
Oh no, I didn't think you were
playing
poo-pooing
it.
on the server, on the system.
No,
honey.
I'm putting it out there. Matsu, you need to ask my permission first.
But the thing is, like, Perfect Draw has been surprisingly one of the few times I've been excited about, like, tabletopping again in a long time. And so that's why it's like I've been thinking about if I'm doing a game that I'd be streaming or running or anything like that. Perfect Draw is kind of feeling like maybe my entry back to doing DM stuff.
Honestly, I thought about running an alien one.
An alien? Like there's an alien TTRPG?
Yeah.
It's called Homebrew because the actual Xenomorph TTRPG is shit. I have. No, seriously.
No. Look at what Squirt put in
book.
chat.
Yeah, but I actually have it. I have the cards that go with it. I have the dice. It makes no sense.
Yeah, the game is
It has the timeline, which is great, and it has the star map.
It has a lot of really good resources, but the game itself is goofy.
Me or Sagrel probably could do a Monster Hunter homebrew.
I could do it. It wouldn't be
could I.
hard.
So could I.
Yeah, I
The
thought
only
of.
thing is if you want the actual Monster Hunter experience, you'd have to go with Sagrel because I'm good at suspense and kind of in horror. Which is kind of why I do World of Darkness.
So
Yeah, no, Helios, you are allowed to join to explain the Weregator catapult story.
So, Lorelei, just understand, from my understanding, for the Kazuhan, that's what you're going to be running.
Oh yeah, no, Lorelei would be running the Kazu Hunt.
Because Kazu kind of reacts like the Xenomorphs. Excuse me.
One thing before anyone continues.
Giant booger hanging from.
What's up, Lumi?
Okay, I was going to say, they're still locked.
Hello, Helios. I am
Helios.
Connor. I don't
Hi,
believe we have
Helios.
formally met.
Helios
Hello.
is joining the cuddle pile on the beanbag.
You might want to make him a little smaller, because he's squishing me.
I'm working on it.
Kind of leaning on him. It's no, actually no. He's on top of me. He's just behind Connor. Oh
Yeah.
God, he's heavy.
Give me a second.
Make the kid smaller.
I go bleh. I go bleh.
Let's say.
Lum, 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 lum.
Do you know the word for a baby goat is a kid?
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
I know you know. By the way, did you watch the video that I sent you?
No, not yet. I need to. Because you're not the only person who sent that to me.
Garlic sent it to you,
Warbound
didn't he?
Jokers. No, Warbound Jokers sent me that video. I'm gonna have to. So yeah, I need to watch that. Okay.
Oh, no.
So context for the catapult story. That was a mixed World of Darkness game with Lord Garlic Butter.
Oh.
Okay, I'm interested already.
So we had me as a Macaulay. Garlic was our mage. We had a vampire.
Mage shenanigans.
1 second.
Hold on, what type of mage was Garlic?
I would like to preface I had nothing to do with the catapult.
Oh, so you weren't a matter death mage. Got it.
Okay. We also had the group leader was a Highlander, and then the one who caused the catapult was a technomancer.
I'm sorry, the Technomancer did it? Alright, explain.
Okay, so
Panda's free.
yes, we literally just got on the car to head home.
I know. I was talking with her.
Yeah, but she can't hear any of you guys right now. But okay, so we were on our way to, I think it was to finish up the first like big like chapter to this story, in which we had to kill a big leader vampire. Well, we had to face an army of vampires in Central Park. We all looked around and was like, how the hell do we deal with this? Well, the Technomancer said, wait, I have an idea. And he had an arm that could create stuff out of nowhere.
How did he not
And
get
he
hit
just
by
made-
Paradox?
I think he rolled well. I think he rolled well on that one. But he made a catapult and then looked at me and said, get in.
Gone.
I'm like, what? So I did, and next thing we know, I catapulted into the air and just opened my mouth and breathed flames down onto the armies of enemy vampires. Now,
Very flammable.
no, Hannah was passed out at this moment, and she had just started waking up when she just hears and starts giggling at, and your 2-ton ass gets launched.
I hear her wheezing in the background.
And they hear me giggling, and they're like, "What's so funny over there?" I'm like, "2-ton ass."
I mean, I was a giant dinosaur. What do you expect?
You said alligator. You didn't say dinosaur.
Well, okay, okay. Where with gators, aka the Macaulay, yeah, our were
Wait, hold on. The Macaulay?
Yeah.
Oh, honey,
Yeah, I was a
you've
Macaulay.
used the Macaulay before. I'm surprised you don't remember this.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
He played.
Where
I think he
Macaulay-
played a different version, sweetie.
Well, with Macaulays, we are the memory of Gaia. So, yeah, our were forms are practically dinosaurs. Sadly, our storyteller wouldn't let me have wings. He said I was too big. He's like, "You are not becoming a dragon."
You know what you'd be like?
Aw.
The caterpillar from Bugs Life.
She just
I'm
said-
a beautiful, beautiful butterfly. That's where she's going.
Look at the wings, I can fly!
Oh, look at me! I'm such a
No,
beautiful
hold on.
butterfly.
Which one was it where you had like the dragon with like the stupid small wings where it barely picked him up off the ground and he just kind of like
Oh, the Dungeons and Dragons movie, Childish Bog.
it was a cartoon.
Oh,
It was a cartoon.
oh.
Or are you talking
That
about
might have been multiple-
Road to Camelot?
No, it was a red dragon.
Red Dragon?
Yeah, it was a rinky-dink looking thing.
Oh, fuck.
I'm back.
I mean, that's also a campaign that when we got to the second part, we ended up getting up.
The half of
We
the
ended
reason
up
you were in
having-
that battle was over a chair?
I'm trying to get a freaking chair from this damn vampire. And then, for some odd reason, our entire party questioned the one who we got hired by to do this. We kept questioning if his horse was a vampire.
Oh my god.
Because he decided to ride in the elevator on the back of this horse. Like, why?
Garlic, you're not making it better. Speaking of chair,
Why not?
I had one where I was playing dead and I took like an ice dagger to the heart. I was a half Vishkanya bard, and I took an ice dagger to the heart and effectively we got put into a comatose state. And the paladin decides that they cannot.
Not even a
leave
paladin, a
anyone behind.
cleric.
Sorry, the cleric decides they can't leave someone behind. 5 checks, sweetheart. And
Thank you for the vibe check, Anubis.
a chair. Now I couldn't say anything because I was unconscious. But literally, I did this so the party could escape, and I'm like, I will meet y'all later.
That was also the same game that I played a spell sword dancer using a bladed scarf as my weapon, and the DM hated me.
Oh, that is
That was
cool.
the same game that I actually mentally messed with one of the other players. By I took some of my own blood and put it between my legs and started screaming.
Okay, so I just have a question for you, Sagro, about that.
What's up?
I'm
Did
not
you ever
gonna say
face any
anything.
monkeys?
What?
Did you ever fight any monkeys as that sword dancer?
You want? Okay. Funny story about that. There was a bunch of demonic enemies that we ended up fighting against that were suddenly immune to my best trick, which was the 0 level lightning touch with
Yeah, the DM had a nasty habit of doing that.
0 level lightning touch that did 10d6 by level 5.
Yeah.
And so he started making conveniently all of his enemies lightning immune. So then I learned vampiric touch.
Because, you know the reason I was asked was because I was going to say, sword go in the monkey hole?
No. Unfortunately, no.
Hey, honey.
Yes, love.
Loopy.
Loopy?
Loopy
Was-
Sagril's been redeemed.
Okay, give me a sec. Let me grab another Bundaberg.
Sure, Matsu.
I mean, that campaign also added to where we ended up after a museum heist. I don't even remember why we were breaking into this museum, but we ended up finding a sarcophagus, opening it, and come to find out, we found an ancient Macaulay who only I could understand because of shenanigans and ancient dragon language. And come to find out, we kind of woke up the only Macaulay vampire, aka we found Sobek.
Mmm.
You say that.
Also, in that same game with the bladed dancer, I spanked a fire giant off the side of a cliff by using a storm step. By using storm step with my dancer, which is a spell in Pathfinder that lets you basically do a charge attack as a bolt of lightning and then do a melee attack at the end of it because those Magus class in Pathfinder 1e.
What? We broke him because we were broke because we had to flee New York. We were living off scratch-off tickets. Garlic, Helios. What
a fucking wild description for a campaign in.
What to shit that?
Hey, Metsu.
Hi, Metsu.
Hey.
Metsu asked if he could join for playing his near-death experience during his first D&D session.
I like how I'm all the way over here in the corners, being away from everyone.
Metsu's not even on screen at the moment. Give him a sec.
You may join us in the snuggle pile. I'm always down for
No,
hugs.
it's fine. I just wanted to tell this story because
I'm making Metsu touch your butt.
I need
Anthony, the Rizzler strikes again.
Wait, who's butt?
Lumi's.
Hey, nice ass.
Oh, baby.
From this angle, I don't see.
Oh my.
From this angle, I don't see.
Strong.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't see much cake from this angle.
That's fair.
I'm a shortcake. Get it right.
You're a cupcake.
Oh my god, that's actually really good. I love that.
No. Specifically, he's a strawberry cupcake.
Everyone wants to eat adder cake. It's just so delicious.
Or actually, sorry, he's a carrot cake.
Anyway,
Strawberry frosting.
So Metsu.
Enough about my cake. Metsu time.
Okay, so this was my first session like 2 weeks ago. The first session, the village got the campaign starts at a village that had got attacked by eldritch abominations of monsters because it's a Victorian setting Lovecraftian horrors, which is fun. And I'm playing as a tiefling fighter, and so my character happens to live in this village that got attacked. I was one of the survivors. And my character also lives with his mom, so he's looking all over the village for his mom. And we go to the area of the village where my house is at. We go. The village, that area is the least damaged, but there's been a few squatters running around there. And I noticed that my house is still standing, but there is suspiciously a broken window. So I go investigate, and there is a big silhouette. It was a hellhound.
Oh dear.
In my house. Right in front of my window. Like, we are looking face to face. Like when you're like in those videos when people run into pumas. Like they're just a few feet away. Like that. And this is where the funny part starts. I was going to describe like roleplay mode. I was just going to describe that my character reaches for the rifle, but I wasn't gonna do an action. I was just gonna make as if I was gonna go grab it and slowly back away from the window. And all I hear is the wizard who was with me. The actual player is going, dude, don't do that, please, don't do that. Don't, I promise you, that's not gonna end well. And I'm like, oh, I know. I'm just trying to background, and then his character proceeds to look into the window, to which the hellhound proceeds to fireball on our faces.
What level are you guys again?
I didn't say.
Oh, Hellhound?
I didn't say. Are you guys in range? I didn't say how big the room is. I said fuck it. I cast fireball.
Well, I asked what level
No,
they were.
It was
Honey,
no,
no.
it was the
No, no.
Hellhound. That's the
It's-
thing.
I don't care how many eyes there are. Or is it?
There.
There's no eye in team. However, there are 6 eyes in Bucket. I don't care how big the room is. I cast Fireball. And I've counted,
Fireball.
yes, there are 6 eyes in that.
That's incredible.
Fireball be upon you.
Okay, Metsu,
So-
I just have one question because I might have misheard something wrong.
What?
Did you say tiefling fighter or biter?
Fighter.
Hey, a fighter could be a
Both
fighter.
of 'em. I mean, yeah, when
Alright,
you run out of
fighters can
weapons,
I heard
when all your
fighter.
weapons are
Yeah.
unavailable, yeah. Little did you know, fighters are just monks until they run out of weapons.
But again, though, what level were you again?
Hmm?
What
This
level
was the
were you?
first session, so we were all level 1.
Oh my god, how did
The
you
he-
survive?
The Hellhound was... The Hellhound... Simple! I'm a fighter, so I have fast reflexes. So I rolled a 15, so managed to perfectly dodge the fireball. However, the wizard was not so lucky.
I just need to mention.
Oh god.
I'm a 5e
Yeah.
player, so when I hear fireball, I'm hearing 8d6 coming your way, and I'm like, you're most likely dead.
Oh god. Yeah, you want the funny thing? The Hellhound, it was a level 9. Just default
good
level
lord.
9. Yep. I wasn't even gonna attack it. I was just going in the act like, okay, I'm gonna slowly lift my rifle just in case it tries to do something. Fireball. I wasn't gonna shoot it anyways, and everyone's like freaking out. Even the DM is like, "Are you sure you want to shoot it?" It's like, I'm not shooting it. Not shooting it. It's part of the roleplay. Trust me. And so the wizard eats dirt while also having a severe, a mild burn on the face, close range. And
Close range crispiness.
thankfully, the the hellhound. So the hellhound, fortunately, was very stupid because it could not figure out that it can just burn the house down because it's made of wood. So we decided to just leave it in there because the door is the only door out in and out is locked, and the windows are too small for it to jump out.
That's fine.
So we just happily left it after I healed the wizard with a potion I found from a corpse.
Oh, that's
And
one
we
way to
just
get
went
a
our
big
way.
doghouse.
Oh yes, the best type
Yep.
of potions.
And it's like directly. I mean, they don't need it. The corpse doesn't need it anymore, so what? May as well find it useful somewhere.
Like I said, the best kind of corpses.
So yeah, and I gotta point out this campaign, everyone is a little minus the wizard are melees.
Oh, fun.
Oh,
The wizard's
oh.
the only magic user. Yep. Here we don't have a cleric. We don't have a full healer. The other players are a melee fighter, the wizard, a barbarian, and a ranger. So this is gonna be fun. We're gonna have to buy a lot of potions.
Yeah.
Also, yep, and also, the first fight I got into, I'm being serious when I say that it was not my fault. I was actually trying to distract the monster, but the ranger got knocked the fuck down and had to do death saves.
Mm.
Oh,
All
no.
because, yeah, and the thing is, what I try to do is when the fight started, I threw a hatchet at one of my weapons, which was a hatchet, at this monster. I forgot the name of it, and then I had enough movements to go behind it. Next turn, the monster proceeds to knock down the ranger. It's like, oh,
Oh, that's a problem.
well, I was gonna flank it, but shoot, cool. I guess we'll work with that. I managed to hit the monster with my hatchet, which was nice. And then the barbarian took my kill and smashed its face in. It's like, oh, nice, thanks. Oh no,
Hey,
that
dub
was
is a dub
funny.
is a dub is a dub.
True. That was, that was
I mean,
funny.
the amount of the amount of
Wait, what?
stories that people can get out of D&D is outrageous. Especially
yes.
that World of Darkness game that I was talking about. One of them
World of
involving
Darkness.
garlic. So
Oh.
we were fighting.
I should at least say one more before you. I should at least say one more before you guys get to continue.
Go ahead.
So I gave players access to a wishing well,
Oh yeah, this story.
Oh boy.
Oh, you scared them
and
off.
so one of them summoned a celestial gorilla and threw it into the well to power their wish, and they got
Wait,
a giant
Oh my
food
God.
store. Now, let me
Celestial
reiterate:
what?
a giant food store. So this
Literal.
is a food store ran by a giant who genetically made Monster Hunter monsters that were food themed.
Yep.
Peanut butter Baroths, a jelly Puke Pukes,
I want
Those are
that.
the two I
hot
got.
fudge
Those-
sundae Zora Magnaroses.
That was he was just ice cream. It was vanilla ice cream.
Right?
I wanted to get
Pizza
him, but I didn't have enough
Nursillas.
money. We got a pizza delivered from that. That was great.
Right?
Oh my
But see, here's the thing. Two of the players, the wizard and the monk, decided to break in and stay in overnight, right? And that's when they encountered
Oh boy.
the bird nanas.
Yeah.
These are birds that were bananas.
Herb, nana.
Bird nanas.
God.
Okay? So for context, the bird nanas had an alpha, known as banana geese.
Oh no.
Hey, so geese, are you fucking
You already know where
kidding
this
me?
is going.
They released the
Oh,
bird nanas
no.
into the city along with the banana geese, and as it flew over, it started dropping explosive banana peels.
Fucking you. Oh god. Imagine that's a weapon in Monster Hunter.
And it had
Imagine
a
that's a
laser
weapon in
breath
Monster
weapon
Hunter.
that was banana scented.
That's all good. And then you had people like me, and was it 2 or 3 of us that started stalking one of the players right outside of his site and eating him.
He was one of the slime people
Oh,
who have
fuck.
their wisdom determined how far they could actually see, because otherwise they were functionally
50
blind.
feet.
So they were
50
staying
feet.
just outside of his range to pick up the bits of slime of himself that he'd leave behind.
We stayed 52 feet away. And then when it increased to 55, it was 57 feet away.
To pick up his pieces because he was strawberry flavored.
I was a
Delicious.
wilder,
Yep.
a wilder succubus.
Oh, bad.
Yeah.
Yep. Sagrel was afraid I was going to attempt to play an Alice, and I decided not to because he banned it.
If you
Oh, I
did-
think you told me that one.
Yeah.
We're not going to describe that because
But yeah,
that-
no. So either way, right?
We don't want chat to
So
weaponize
they
that
opened,
strategy in that
they
campaign.
opened up the gates. They set this thing onto the city, and had to rely on the rest of the team to get it back under control.
And then
It's
you
a
had...
basil geese banana.
Dude,
How-
you had the
how-
gnome.
Yep.
Not the gnome. You had the goblin who decided to play with a burning ember in brush. and
Dry
he,
summer brush.
Dry brush. And he,
Oh,
decided,
no.
he started a fire. Now my character had 85 damage resistance to fire, so I chucked him in. And they're like, by the way, he has no resistance at all. And they're like, okay, so I went in, I effectively snapped my fingers, turned the fire off, and then I rescued him.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That sounds like
Because I had control flames. So they're like, why didn't you do that before? I said, he needs to learn his lesson.
That's not talking about the psychotic
If I
ooze that
just-
had human form that used an acidic grenade launcher to set her up to get her favorite summoned pet ever.
You mean the Ublex?
Fucking excuse
Yes, the psychotic
you?
Ublex.
The Ublex that I befriended because I said I'd feed him.
Her, but
I'd
yes.
Feed it. And like, okay. So she acid bombed a T-Rex, and I took off running.
She was playing a
Massacred on the
necromancer that
ground
game.
and yeah, well, that one, everyone started with 2 characters. One of them, and they were best friends, so it was great. And we had the good party and the evil party. So the evil party, we were known as the Amen
Because y'all were fucking clerics.
Anti-clerics. We were anti-clerics and anti-paladins.
Anti-cleric.
They were amen. Amen.
Aw,
Because they're, you know,
man.
paladins and clerics.
Amen.
And they were,
Yes,
aw
yeah,
man,
we
it's the
can
antis.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Amen.
Except for 2 of us in the man had power word kill. It did
What?
not work. We tried to
Oh.
use it on a Wendigo. It did not work.
Oh no. Wait,
The
are
thing
Wendigos
is
considered
We
devils or evil spirits?
Depends on the
in
mythology.
D&D?
it was solid though. However, we succeeded in not waking it up even after we did the power word kill, and we ran.
How do you basically condense something
Understandable.
that it not wake up and it's like, alright, let's fuck off. That was a horrible
It's
idea.
DC. Its defense. Its defensive DC was higher than the DC for the power word kill. 2 power word kills, by the way. I said there's 2 of us that had it. We both used it.
That's
Oh,
really
no.
funny.
Its personal DC said no.
Oh,
So we ran.
fucking understandable.
I remember the one
Fucking
time when
unders-
we decided to take the Hydra eggs.
Yup.
Hydra eggs.
Yeah, I
Oh
took
my
one.
god.
One person in the party decided to take 2. Mommy
Oh.
was not happy. Mommy Hydra.
Understand.
If he had taken 1 egg, we would have gotten away scot-free, not a problem.
He got
decided-
greedy.
He got greedy. And that's
Was
when
that
we
person
found
a
out
rogue by
that-
any chance?
That's when we
Surprisingly,
found
the
out
rogue wasn't the one
mermaids
who got
and
greedy. It was the wizard.
sirens-
Again.
Yeah, mermaids and sirens.
The irony.
Teleport. The
Bodies of water.
bodies of water. They can teleport. All they need is enough for them to get wet, I guess, and they can turn it into a portal, even in other dimensions.
Even if for context, if you think about like the mermaid from the Black Lagoon episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog, that's basically what mermaids can do in that world.
Oh shit. I vaguely remember that episode. Hold on.
Which,
Oh,
Metsu, by the
yeah.
way- So you know how I'm a siren, Metsu?
Yeah.
So
No.
does that mean when you
No,
touch your
I don't
dream-
need to be
No, I can't
brushing my
drink.
teeth in the morning. Okay.
So if we get you
Good.
a
I don't want to
really
be
big
washing
mug,
washing my teeth and then suddenly see the water just turn into a hand and slap me in the morning.
Dude, I can turn a kiddie pool into a portal.
that's actually really cool.
Good thing, yeah.
I can turn a bathtub into a pool.
Hey. Noted. Don't use water rooms near Lorelai. That's all I need to know.
Okay, so Metsu, are you afraid that if you're taking a crap, my face will just come up and go, hi? Yeah,
You're not
Actually, yeah.
SpongeBob.
I cannot fit.
No.
I cannot fit my shoulders or my hips through the toilet. So
That would be
no.
very unfortunate if you tried
Also-
to do that to someone.
Not to mention that'd be incredibly disgusting. No, thank you.
Yes, because the first thing you see is my only dumbass just
I
taking
am
a
not-
taking
I
a
am not
dump
like the
after eating
rats.
tacos.
I am not like the rats in New York that you have to worry about.
You're not-
them
no,
coming
no,
out
no,
of
no,
your
no, no.
toilet.
I'll do one better.
All
I'll
I
do
have
one
to
better.
say-
You're not the Floridian pythons.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say is the one thing that you always have to worry about, regardless, is scaring the shit out of someone doing that.
Quite literally.
Oh
You
yeah.
got
Ugh.
All it took is hearing about one mermaid that did that, and the rest of us are just like, okay, so if you can't fit your entire body through it, don't do it. Got it. No matter how much you want to scare somebody.
It ain't worth it.
Yeah.
Nah, bro,
You
just
could you could end up in a very specific corno. I'm saying it like that on purpose.
Okay, so moving on.
Yeah.
So, would you like to know how?
I
As
I'm trying to.
said, there are some things you don't do.
So, would you like to know how Garlic almost screwed over our entire party?
What did he do this
Again?
time?
Sure.
Oh boy.
Okay,
What could
so
go
we were
wrong?
fighting basically a team that was meant to fight us. Like, it was opposites for like each one of us. For me,
Oh.
there was a genetically modified were rhino.
Oh my.
That's me.
What the fuck is a were rhino?
It's a rhino,
what?
but wary.
Yes.
Very.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a what?
So,
Like a warehouse.
so you have to think of a
actually
2-ton
robotic?
dinosaur
No.
with spikes and fire breath
Those two are the thing in the ass.
fighting a giant humanoid rhinoceros. We were practically at even. We were even. This dumbass ass mage decided it was a brilliant idea to
I
try
got it.
to break the roof that we were all standing on.
Helios.
Yes.
We mages are crazy.
I looked at him afterwards and said, "Are you trying to kill everyone in the party? You realize, being that rhino would have probably survived the fall. It's y'all, you guys, from the debris and our fat asses that would have died."
Please tell me his answer was yes.
Okay, Helios. I've done something stupid too. So, as a young mage, it was World of Darkness. I was the Matter Death Mage. So I had the ability to make things opaque. But we were looking for a building that had a bunch of vampires in it. And it was a good idea on paper. Yeah, I know, so was mine. We need in practice, not so much. We're just like, so we need to figure out if this house that all the windows are black, you can't see in them. If this house has vampires in it, it's a vampire den. They're supposed to be on the second floor. Cool. I make the entire wall opaque. There they are, staring at us.
And suddenly
oh.
burning.
And the sun's going down.
The sun
Oh.
goes down. The
So
sun.
they look at me like stupid. Okay, I unopague it, and it did not cost. It was a free spell, so yay! You're like, so how are you gonna fix this? I stamp on the ground and raise 12 by 12 walls that angle at the top. So literally one thing at a time can get in, and I make like, you know, like the things that you can shoot arrows out of.
Yeah. The parapets,
Those,
yeah.
I make those. Like just the holes in the walls.
Yeah, they're called parapets.
Yeah, I'll make those too. And so the vampires have a very difficult time getting in. And I make it look like we have like bed type things, and they're like, "You expect us to be here that long?" I'm just like, I don't know. Because I'm the Matter Death Mage, so I'm trying to make sure that we're okay. And they're like, "Well, how are we gonna get into the house now?" And I concentrate and make a tunnel. And they're just like, "Are you okay?" Not anymore. I can do very little magic now. I have to take a long rest.
I have to go to bed.
Big EP.
I must murder.
And one of them was an absolute ass hat that was like a force, and I forget what the other type of mage was, where he actually floated in front of the sun and was like, "I am the Metatron."
Oh, the Force Prime one?
Guys. Yeah, he was. He was a fort.
He was pressing the sun.
You remember Tino?
Yeah, I remember Tino.
Yeah. They all trapped me in a caravan and they took me along. I was against my will, but I was the youngest one. The other one was scary and was worse. And the panda. But Yeah, so they were when I was in the carriage and they were taking me over like away to do like I was unwilling, but they were gonna force me to help them. I got very fascinated with this. It was effectively Wild West. It was back in like the 1840s. I was like, hey yo, there's this glass pitcher of water. I start tapping it and they see it's changing colors, the liquid inside. And at one point it becomes like this clear jelly thing. Like, what did you just make? Nitroglycerin? We're in a carriage on a very bumpy road. They're like, you better change that. Okay, boop. Like,
What did you change at that time?
water, wine, nitroglycerin, orange juice. Name a liquid I was changing it into.
Nice.
I was like,
Game yourself.
every time I tapped it, it changed. I was up literally at one point. I opened the Twilight, went in and had tea with the dead. Cause I could. I was fucking crazy.
It's like, I'm not a big fan of this flavor. Oh, hold on, I got that. Ooh, guacamole gamer farts.
No. It wasn't that I wasn't a fan of the flavor. I was bored.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, if Lorelai could have, her character would have been like blazing, going, "I do not vibe with this world," and just gone.
Goodbye.
Actually, honey, that was Antinua. That was her when she was 17. She had been a mage for 2 years.
I do not vibe with this class.
That was 2
Goodbye.
years. That was 2 years after she awakened.
Jesus.
Yeah. She changed 2 systems, and then Sagril eventually was just like, "You have to stop recycling this character. She's now a god. You can't play her anymore." Well,
Oh yeah, I think I remember hearing about her.
yeah, she's the one that became the goddess of the abyss,
Fun.
and married the darkness himself, and had 3 children.
Other gods of chaos and evil
Oh.
and darkness.
Yeah, you had Nyx, you had Asmodeus, and you had, what was the flick.
Sneech is not who he was, but
It wasn't.
could have been, basically.
Eat your heart
So,
out, sneeze
okay.
and corn.
Azathoth. It was Azathoth.
Rajuk Amagor,
Yeah, Rajuk Amagor.
Lamau.
music and death.
Perfect. Because let's transition to when I accidentally summoned Loki.
Oh, that's amazing.
So,
And then burn down an entire forest.
okay, you're jumping all the way to the end of that. Okay, so obviously I'm a weird creature, world of darkness. We're in tune to the spirits. So they look. Everyone in the party says, "Hey, think you can call upon a spirit to actually try and get some help, figure out what we need, how we can get some shit done?" I'm like, "Sure." So I roll especially high. I rolled really high. We're like, "Sweet." I go into the spirit call and it's fucking Loki. I'm like, what, he helps us, but says, "I'll be back later for what I want as payment." Shit. So with his advice, we get through what we needed to. I can't remember what we needed
You
to.
should have just said wrong number and hanged up.
I think I couldn't do it multiple times. So then we get it done, and later he calls me back, and I'm like, "Hi." He's like, "Okay, here's what I need. Here's what I want." Oh, excuse me. Want from me, you. I need this. I need this from the ice giant. What? We have to go to Jotunheim? He's like, "Yes." Fuck.
Have fun
So
storming
I
the castle.
think I think we go and grab. I think I go with our Highlander and Garlic, much to my dismay. I think they were like my best options to take. And Oh, and this was after the whole dealing with the vampire army. So we ended up having a giant ruby from that chair that we were dealing with, and freaking what was it? Our buddy kept trying to use the giant ruby as like a bargaining tool for them, but they were so totally not interested in it. They actually were quite friendly for the most part. They had me fight some big rat creature that I kind of bit once with my Tyrannosaurus teeth that were also had venom in them. Yeah, I had poison bite and poison spit. I was not nice. My brother was actually a storyteller, and he had to keep making shit to combat my ridiculousness.
Dang.
But yeah, after we finally got everything that we needed from there, as we were heading out, the king of the giants was like, "Wait, if you guys are here, is Midgard still around? We thought that didn't exist anymore."
Oh,
I
that's a
think all
lore
three of
drop.
us looked. Yeah, I think we all looked at each other and went, bye," and just got the fuck out of there. We had to then, after a while, come to find out that a force that was dying because of chaos and decay. Thank you, worm. The giants were coming through. The giants were coming through. Found a way to Midgard, and they wanted to take over.
As they do.
So I had decided to summon a fire elemental that I had summoned before to deal with a ghost pirate ship. No, I didn't. I was totally not hoping that the fire elemental would have burned and killed the rest of the party. There's no proof in that.
I love how that's the comment.
You have no
But-
evidence against it.
I used the fire elemental to, and when I actually summoned that fire elemental the last time, I kind of once again, just like with Loki, kind of rolled a little too high, and it was very powerful. Well, I kind of set the forest on fire. So I had to sit there and summon a water elemental who is very depressing to put the fire out. And it sucked because afterwards, even though it was a dying / dead forest, the Macaulay clan that was in the area that we had moved to, that we were trying to make friends with, and were almost succeeding, kind of weren't too happy with me now because I just destroyed nature.
Yep.
I mean, understandable.
Yeah, I was like, fuck! Hell, the last session we played before we just completely stopped, my brother had me and the vampires actually set us to the side and had us both set up backup characters because me and her were about to actually fight.
Oh. Did you?
We did not. We didn't get to that session ever. But basically the two of us were not on great terms. because she decided, oh hey, let's
Oh shit.
let
Oh, you good?
you good?
You good, slime?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I just had my headphones drop.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my neck.
Let's just say that our vampire had sat there and fed her blood to one of my background characters. One of the characters who were attached to my background. That
Oh.
we had sat there and saved. So, yeah. After I found that out, it was not going to be pretty.
Gee, I wonder why.
And my brother legit looked at us and said, "You two have gotten so strong that there is no doubt you two will fucking murder each other. Either one of you is going to die, or both of you are going to die in this ensuing battle." I kind of made a werebear.
Fair.
Why?
So you can give
How
me the
and
werebear
why?
stare.
Well, okay, with the werebear, I kind of made him a little interesting. I made him originally a bear who gained a human form, and I made it to where to give myself extra points to level up. I gave him the feat of he perpetually stunk. Basically had animal musk, and also made it to where if he saw animal fur on someone, like someone walking around with a foxtail around their neck, I'd go into unbridled rage.
Oh, fuck. That's...
Oh, and we were also note, we were in California at that time. So
Wait. What? How was that? What? I'm confused now.
think of all the rich, preppy people out there who would be sitting there and thinking it's a good idea to wear fur.
Oh. Oh, no.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Ah, I see now.
Yeah.
I seem stupid
I was
from
going.
this.
Nah, not stupid. Just yeah. The Were Creatures and World of Darkness focused a lot on rage.
So, anyways, guys, I am going to wrap it up here for tonight because I am very tired. I am a little drunk now.
Oh. Were you eating the ginger ale, the ginger candy again?
Ginger beer, but yes.
Ah.
But thank you all for coming over and hanging out with us. Is there anybody live at the moment, honey?
Give me a hot second and I'll check.
If there's nobody really,
I've heard
nobody that we
Oh
haven't
god, there's
really,
a lot.
then let me take a look. Let me pop up on my phone.
So we have Eclipse, Neko, or Curry Neko, Female Clerk A, Onmyorin,
Onmyogen?
yeah. Goomji, Acantha Fate.
Oh, Acantha's streaming? We're gonna go raid Acantha because we haven't seen.
Cinnamony, Dissinger, Suki, Cytaps.
We're gonna go raid Acantha because Acantha has not streamed recently. And Acantha is also another fave VTuber. You guys should definitely go check her out.
Yay.
Yeah. So, have fun, stay safe, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Honey, could you pause the timer?
Yep.
So I don't want to hit raid until we have that timer paused.
Empire Mafia
So
story.
here's your raid thing
Yes.
you guys want to copy.
Thank you, honey.
Timer is paused.
All right. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.
Night, night. Goodbye.